All right, just another strange happening. Just kind of an update. I mentioned in some of the others that if anything popped up on a daily thing, I'd let you know. So some stuff popped up on a daily thing that I did the other day. I thought I'd just put it out here on strange happenings and the way my strange life works sometimes. Let's see, what was it? Oh, one of the hard things about being the way I am, or if you want to go off the Dr. Sleep references with the shine or whatever, that makes it difficult is like if other people are driving. I noticed this Sunday, my wife drove the car so I could drop off the truck for it to get worked on. And so after that, she drove to Sam's and I was in the passenger seat. And it's really hard letting someone else drive when you're like me, because when I drive, it's kind of, I don't know if it's instinct or what it is, but knowing what people are going to do, pull out, move in, switch lanes, all this kind of stuff, pedestrians, whether they're going to stop at the crosswalk or not. And just, it reminded me, because my wife is having to rely on physical signals, like people stopping and say, I'm going this way and you should go that way, that kind of thing, or turn signals on a car. Things like that. Even me, when shifting gears, I'll shift the gears into first to start off seconds, not seconds, but just a second or two before the light changes, just typically. So it's almost like knowing the light's about to change, so I'll go ahead and shift and be ready for it. And then, but with her and everybody else, when you're riding, they have to wait till the light changes and then they're ready to go. And I'm like, at least that with me, I can look around, see if other traffic's going to stop a few seconds beforehand, kind of be aware of what's going on. But it just was really brought to my attention because I was really trying to rush and do things these past few days, rushing, doing things. And even at Sam's, waiting for people to do the crosswalk. I know which way they're going to go. I could go this way. But she's having to stop and wait. And I'm just like, oh, what's up with people? Then I realized, is that way with everybody? When I'm riding with someone else, they're paying attention to all the physical things. I'm not. I'm paying attention to physical things and others. So I have a few seconds beforehand of knowing what people are going to do or what's about to happen, and it makes it a lot easier. And I realized, even going through Sam's buying groceries with her that day, it's like I'm having to slow down. I've always had to slow down for everyone else, just so they can keep up. It's interesting, but I want to move fast. I walk fast anyway, really fast. And move fast through a crowd, which way people are going, you can move and dodge and weave and just keep walking without slowing down. But with other people stop, slow down, do this, and have to wait for people because they don't know what other people are going to do. And so it's kind of hard slowing down sometimes. Now, I did let myself just go because the other day, my truck had an issue again. What was it? Yesterday, Tuesday. Today's Wednesday, I think. Today's Wednesday. Yesterday, Tuesday afternoon, I was picking up Cokes and the Coke driver in that Ike Hamilton parking lot again, and it was raining, and I picked up the Cokes, and I asked the rain right before the Coke driver got there to stop, because it's been raining for about 3 days now. Roads flooded. School's even canceled due to so much rain and flooding, and I just didn't want to get soaking wet. So I asked the rain for an hour. Would it stop for an hour for me to get this and do other things? Just an hour. And it stopped, but the problem is after the Coke driver left, my truck wouldn't start. It was having that sputtering issue trying to crank again, and it refused to crank. And I was just angry at the truck, and it refused to crank. So I threatened it. So I'm calling it a tow truck. If you don't crank it, it still wouldn't crank. So fine, I called it a tow truck. So I did. I called it a tow truck. And then after I hung up the phone, my cell phone, hung it up, tried it, cranked right up, no problem. And so I called him back and canceled it. But it's like, silly truck, you're going to do this. You're going to keep doing this. Today it's running all fine. Since then it's been fine, but may just have to keep threatening it or take it back to the mechanic. We'll see what happens. But so far so good. Not a single problem after that. Maybe it's a computer relearning. Who knows? That may be part of it, relearning what it's supposed to do. Anyway, after that, I knew I had about an hour of rain-free time, and we needed to get to my house, take an item back to my parents' house, go from my parents' house, go to Walmart, pick up some items, go from Walmart back to my house, go from my house back to the parents' house. It was a lot of running around. I was running out of time for this hour break. And so, and I was driving, so I drove, being me, the way I drive, and got there quickly. And then going through Walmart, I just, dodging, knowing which aisles are crowded and which aren't, and going down those aisles and moving quickly. And I left my poor wife behind somewhere, and so she had to finally find me and catch up. And then I'm moving, and I'm telling her, I am moving. I am not slowing down. We've got limited time before the rain comes in. I've got to move. You have got to try to keep up. So that's what I did. I did my normal self, fast moving, flowing, through, in and out, and I did that all day yesterday. But that's part of, if you're like me, family member, whoever, that's part of it, is just having to slow down for other people and wait for their reaction. I mentioned this in another video about waiting for people to ask the questions before giving the answer, and how I was hoping it's just impatience and not arrogance taking over, and hopefully that's still the case. But just these last couple of days, I've got to get these things done in these breaks of rain when I have them. And so I was doing my normal fast thing. So I don't think that's impatience. I think that was just a demand for that situation. And I'll talk some more about later, but that's just what was the last couple of days.